And a good Wednesday morning to alarming new developments with that stricken cruise ship overnight.
The virus outbreak even more dangerous than originally thought. Good morning, it's May 6th. This is Today. New emergency. Health officials identify the strain of hantavirus on that luxury cruise liner and reveal it carries a 40% mortality rate. Sick passengers evacuated just hours ago. The ship now being inspected after a tense fight over whether it would be allowed to dock at all. We're live with the very latest. Breaking overnight, battle lines. The results are in from those closely watched primary races in the Midwest. A key victory for President Trump. Nearly all the candidates he backed winning big against incumbents who had defied him on a major issue.
He's been the driving force in the Republican Party for the past 10 years at this point.
This morning, what it could mean for November's midterm elections. Reversing course, the White House suspending those U.S. military escorts of ships in the Strait of Hormuz just one day into the operation and hours after the Secretary of State praised it at a briefing in the West Wing.
This is the first step towards reopening the strait and bringing this regime's last-ditch act of economic arson, bringing that to a close.
Just ahead, the impact on the fragile ceasefire and the push for peace. Ballroom budget buster? Controversy on Capitol Hill as Republicans ask for $1 billion in taxpayer money to secure the president's new White House ballroom. The latest on that just ahead. Troubling trend, evacuations and closings at popular zoos across the country after a wave of hoax calls and threats.
We received a bomb threat from our call center, and we took that very seriously.
This morning, a closer look at the dangerous swatting incidents suddenly on the rise and the search to find whoever is behind them. All that, plus one-on-one, former President Obama talking to Jenna about the upcoming opening of his presidential center, a decade in the making.
For me has been to create something that's a living monument, not to me, but to this idea of American citizenship.
What he hopes it will inspire for generations to come. And start me up.
Why don't you drive me down that rough and twisted road?
The Rolling Stones dropped their first new music in years, promising a star-studded album on the way as fans celebrate more than 60 years of one of the most iconic and influential bands of all time. Today, Wednesday, May 6th, 2026.
From NBC News, this is Today with Savannah Guthrie and Greg Melvin. From Studio 1A in Rockefeller Plaza.
Hi there, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to Today. Nice to have you along with us on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah, halfway to the weekend. Let me tell you, Keith Richards, Mick Jagger, both of them 82 years old.
Yeah.
Still going strong.
Still rolling.
Putting out new music.
Yeah.
Dropping new music. Looking forward to hearing a little bit more about their plans a little bit later.
All right, but we're going to start with the latest on that cruise ship at the center of a deadly hantavirus outbreak. Here's a live look at the ship, actually. It is stationed off the coast of Cape Verde.
Overnight, health officials have identified the specific strain of the virus as the Andes strain, which can be transmitted from person to person. Meanwhile, 3 passengers suspected of having the virus have now been evacuated.
And just this morning, the leader of the Canary Islands, where the ship is expected to dock next, is saying he is opposed to that move and he cites public safety concerns. So NBC's Camila Bernal checking in with this fast-moving story. Camila, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning. So those evacuations of the 3 passengers are underway right now, and they're headed to the Netherlands to be treated. And as the number of cases increase, so are concerns about the spread across the globe. All while passengers still on board the ship remain in good spirits and hopeful of an end to this frightening outbreak.
This morning, an urgent evacuation with 3 people suspected of being infected with hantavirus finally taken off a cruise ship in the Atlantic. Now on the way to get medical care. The World Health Organization announcing there are now 8 cases of the virus stemming from the cluster on board. 3 people have died. The ship, now in the waters off Cape Verde, set to head to the Canary Islands next. The Spanish government saying this morning it's estimated to arrive in 3 or 4 days. as global concerns grow about the spread.
Contact tracing is ongoing. Further laboratory testing continues.
Some of the passengers leaving before the outbreak came to light. Authorities in Switzerland this morning revealing an infected man who traveled there from the cruise is now being treated. Hantavirus is a rare but serious infection, generally contracted through contact with rodents. But authorities this morning confirming the ship's passengers were infected by the Andes strain, which can travel person to person and has a fatality rate of over 40%.
We do believe that there may be some human-to-human transmission that's happening among the really close contacts.
American passenger Jake Rosemarin, who had released an urgent plea from the ship,
there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's the hardest part.
Now saying despite the circumstances, morale on the ship remains high, and that aside from the sick passengers, everyone else on board is doing well and remains in good spirits. Immunologist Stephen Bradfute says the virus can be severe.
Most of the cases that we see are once people are in the hospital because they are very sick.
So, Camila, what is the plan to prevent these passengers from potentially spreading that disease?
Yeah, Savannah. So health officials say that medical exams and the movement of the passengers will use transportation specifically designed for this situation, avoiding all contact with the local population. And as for that specific strain, experts say despite its high fatality rate, its spread among people is relatively rare because it requires close contact like sharing a bed or food. Savannah.
All right, Camila Bernal, thank you very much.
Another major story, overnight results from a number of key primary races in the Midwest, seen as a major test of President Trump's hold on the Republican base. NBC's Shaquille Brewster joins us now from Griffith, Indiana. Shaq, good morning.
Good morning. And there's no question that President Trump got his way here in deep red Indiana, where at least 5 of the 7 Republican state lawmakers he targeted lost their races overnight. Races that normally would not get this level of attention, but have been pulled into this national battle over congressional lines.
Overnight, President Trump getting revenge in Indiana. Republican primary voters there easily taking down a majority of the 7 incumbent GOP state senators targeted by the president. Mr. Trump slamming the lawmakers after they voted against his call to change the state's congressional map, a move that would have created 2 additional GOP-friendly seats in November's midterm elections. Trump-endorsed challenger Trevor DeVries winning his race.
What do these Senate races say about President Trump's influence in Indiana?
I think it says a lot. He's been the driving force in the Republican Party for the past 10 years at this point.
The redistricting push leaving voters here divided.
I did not support redistricting. I was in favor of keeping our districts as they were.
I felt that Indiana should have district to the point where it would make my voice not canceled out.
Good morning.
In Ohio, where Vice President Vance cast his primary vote Tuesday, the governor's race is now set, pitting Democrat Amy Acton against Trump ally Vivek Ramaswamy.
I want to say thank you to our U.S. President, President Trump, for his endorsement.
And a hotly contested battleground Senate race between GOP incumbent John Husted and former Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown.
Ohioans don't have anyone fighting for you until November.
All of it raising the stakes for Republicans fighting to keep control of Congress in November. Recent polling shows President Trump's disapproval rating reaching a new high, with the war in Iran sending gas prices soaring. The president on Tuesday insisting those higher prices will be short-lived.
They'll drop lower than they were.
But even in deep red Indiana, his base voters are feeling the pinch.
Gas prices are ridiculous.
Every time you shop, it seems like it always costs more, or you get gas, it's more.
Now, one of the state lawmakers targeted by President Trump did survive, and another race is still too close to call. Look at District 23. You see it is a 50-50 battle there. The incumbent, Spencer Deary, up by just 3 votes. Guys, it's another reminder that, especially in these local races, every vote counts. Craig?
Indeed it does. Wow, 3 votes there. Shaquille Brewster for us there in Indiana. Shaq, thank you.
Also this morning, we're following a significant development in the war with Iran. The U.S. military suddenly pausing an operation to escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz. The White House claiming progress is being made toward a peace deal. NBC's chief foreign correspondent Richard Engel in Jerusalem picks it up right there. Richard, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. The twists and turns in this Iran war are continuing, with President Trump announcing that his new policy to force open the Strait of Hormuz is now paused. After claiming overwhelming success in the war with Iran over which country controls the Strait of Hormuz, last night, President Trump dramatically changed course. He posted that his newly minted military operation, Project Freedom, to escort commercial ships through Hormuz, breaking an Iranian blockade, is suspended the day after it began. Trump said the pause will help diplomatic talks to end the war brokered by Pakistan. His administration had been celebrating the operation just hours before.
This is the first step towards reopening the strait.
Defense Secretary Hegseth earlier saying the operation was going well, with American warships successfully escorting vessels.
We know the Iranians are embarrassed by this fact. They said they control the strait. They do not.
So what changed? The short-lived Project Freedom led Iran to fire at ships and at the nearby United Arab Emirates, setting a refinery ablaze. Two U.S. officials also tell NBC News that two American commercial ships that were targeted by Iran both had U.S. military security teams on board. Trump says the time has come for Iran to give up and that the U.S. naval blockade of Iranian ports will continue.
They should wave the white flag of surrender.
While once again downplaying the war.
I call it a skirmish because Iran has no chance.
And diplomatic progress could be coming, with President Trump posting just a short while ago that if Iran agrees to terms which he didn't specify, then the war could be over, the Strait of Hormuz open to everyone, including Iran. If not, the bombing resumes. Savannah?
We'll see how it unfolds today. Richard, thank you very much.
Meanwhile, there's some new controversy this morning surrounding President Trump's White House ballroom project. Some Republican lawmakers now pushing for $1 billion in public funds to support and secure what was first billed as a privately funded endeavor. NBC's Kelly O'Donnell is at the White House with this one. Kelly O, good morning.
Good morning, Craig. Well, there is a huge construction crater next to the White House for that new ballroom, a surprise for taxpayers, as Senate Republicans added an unexpected provision to a big spending package about immigration enforcement they hope to pass quickly. Funding that Republicans say is not about chandeliers, but security. A new and potentially costly twist on the president's quest for a massive ballroom.
It's on time, on budget, and it's doing great.
Senate Republicans adding $1 billion into a new spending bill for, quote, security adjustments and upgrades relating to the East Wing modernization project, including above ground and below ground security. Funding for Secret Service that would be tied to the ballroom project, even though the president repeatedly promised no public money is needed.
No government funds. It's all put up private money, all private money, all donor money and money that we put up. We've raised. The government is paying for nothing.
But after gunfire erupted at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, the president and Republican allies renewed calls for the ballroom, emphasizing the security plan.
Underneath, there will be a lot of military stuff. There will be a Secret Service annex.
Now the White House says, quote, private donations are paying for the ballroom, but that the bill, quote, gives much needed security and hardening and training money to the Secret Service. The president's far-reaching renovation agenda has revamped historic parts of the White House, paving the Rose Garden, remodeling the Lincoln bathroom, his plans for a massive arch, and his name and stamp added around Washington. But Democrats are calling out this new burden on taxpayers.
This bill to rubber stamp Trump's latest vanity project is a giant slap in the face to American families.
In a social media post this morning, the president did not address the billion-dollar security funding, but instead defended the ballroom construction cost, which he acknowledges jumped from $200 million to an estimated $400 million, saying that was a necessary change for a larger project.
Kelly O'Donnell from the White House. Kelly O, thank you.
All right, let's go to the NBA playoffs. The defending champs, Oklahoma City Thunder, not showing any signs of slowing down, had no problem with the Lakers in Game 1 of their second-round series. Chet Holmgren led the way with 24 points, final 108-90. Game 2 tomorrow night.
OKC's won 6 straight playoff games now. Meanwhile, in the East, the #1 seed Detroit Pistons taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers in Game 1 of that series in Detroit. This was a one-point game with about 5 minutes left. But the Pistons, they pulled away in the final moments. They win that one 111-101. Meanwhile, here in the Big Apple, Game 2 tonight, Knicks 76ers.
That's right. Well, Sixers have 2 days to think about it, so let's see if they can pull something together. All right, Dylan's in for Al this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, guys. You know, I think a lot of us are just sick of talking about the wintry weather. We have winter weather advisories out across the Rockies. Denver starting off the day with some snow on the ground. More snow is expected. This is slowly moving eastward, and it's actually connected to a bigger system. This cold front here is producing a lot of rain through New York, through Pennsylvania, heavier rain as you head down into West Virginia and into Kentucky, down through Tennessee, where we do have a lot of cloud-to-ground lightning, too. This cold front is going to slowly move to the east, but especially down through areas like Louisiana, into Mississippi, into Alabama, we have an enhanced risk of seeing some stronger storms. We can't rule out tornadoes. We'll likely see some strong gusty winds and, of course, the chance of some of that hail, too. This is going to slowly exit the East Coast as we go into tomorrow. Still kind of unsettled down through the Carolinas, but most of the heavy rain, those heavier downpours, kind of tropical in nature, look to be down through Mississippi and into Alabama, where we could see about 3 to 5 inches of rain. So that could lead to some brief flooding as well. That's a look at the weather across the country. We'll get to your local forecast in the next 30 seconds.
She's from Texas, I can tell by the way he's two-stepping around the room. And judging by the smile that's written on his face, there's nothing I can do.
We are back at 7:30 with Choosing Texas, one of the hottest songs on the planet right now. SG, there's your girl.
Yeah, I love her.
But folks, it's far from the only Ella Langley song racing up the charts right now. Coming up in Pop Stars, Carson's going to tell us a little bit more about this music history that she's making.
Well, she's just blowing up. We've seen this in country recently. We saw it with Lainey Wilson. We saw it with Jelly Roll, where they really just cross over. So lots to tell you about Ella, who's just been awesome.
That whole record is great.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. All right, let's first this half hour talk about a new twist on a troubling trend.
Yeah, you've heard about hoax emergency calls against celebrities, and in recent weeks, there's been a rash of those so-called swatting incidents against places you might not expect.
NBC Stephanie Gosk is here with that story. This is a weird one.
Yeah, it is, guys, and distressing, really. You know, some view swatting as just a prank, but that's not how the FBI sees it when these fake threats lead to huge law enforcement responses. And now there is a new target, a wave of swatting incidents at zoos and aquariums nationwide.
This morning, federal agents are on high alert after a series of swatting incidents targeting popular zoos across the country.
They said they were bringing guns and pipe bombs, and also alluded that there was already some pipe bombs planted inside the zoo.
The caller's threats, usually including the use of guns and explosives, are designed to trigger a large law enforcement response with tactical teams and bomb squads when there actually is no threat at all. The Columbus Zoo and Aquarium in Ohio, which has more than 2 million visitors every year, was swatted Saturday.
We received a bomb threat from our call center, and we took that very seriously. Our security teams quickly evacuated the zoo.
The zoo was shut down for the day.
We found no traces of any bombs of any kind.
And then that same zoo was swatted again Tuesday. The latest threat was also cleared.
Swatting's been going on for years, but why zoos now?
Maybe they have an angst with zoos, or a grievance with zoos, or they're choking on an empty grudge with zoos.
In a statement, the FBI's Cleveland office writing they're aware of recent threats made involving a number of zoos and other entities, and that they are working with law enforcement partners to determine their credibility. But it's not just Ohio. Zoos in Kentucky, Florida, and Arizona have also been hit, part of a swatting trend that has been growing for years, targeting celebrities, politicians, hospitals, and even schools.
I'm a school teacher. We get them all the time at school, and we're prepared, and we're just going to live our life like we always do, without fear.
In 2023, the FBI created a national database to help law enforcement agencies track swatting threats. because they say it is a serious crime that doesn't just waste resources. It puts people in danger.
It's very disruptive to our society in general. It causes a lot of intimidation and fear. And let's hope they can catch the people responsible.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, Steph, is there anything that authorities can do to try to prevent this stuff from happening in the first place, or no?
It's an easy crime to commit, but the key is what he just said. They have to catch who's responsible, and then through the legal process, send a message that it's serious and that the punishment will be severe. So hopefully there's a deterrent effect there. But law enforcement has to take every single one of these threats seriously, because we live in a society where there are shootings and there are bombs. And they can't take any of it lightly.
Yeah,
right. It takes
Good
just
point.
one.
Thank you, Steph.
Thank you, Steph. All right, there's a lot more coming up, guys, including an epic New Music Tuesday. I think you guys told us about this a little earlier. The Rolling Stones rolling out not one, but two songs and announce another album. We're going to have all the details coming up on our PSSP.
All right, plus we're going to help you cope and fight back against those soaring gas prices. Vicki Wynn is here with some tips and tricks.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm going to have your shortcut to all the ways that you can save on gas, including the best day of the week to fill up. That's coming up next right here on Today.
We're back, coming up on 7:38 now. This morning on Today's Consumer, we're going to help you tackle those skyrocketing gas prices.
Yeah, the national average inched even higher overnight, $4.54. But drivers in some states are shelling out a lot more, including a whopping 16 in California.
No, 616, I think.
Is it 6?
Yes.
6.
Yeah.
Well, maybe you never know in California.
You said you squint to look. I know, really, honestly.
It's expensive.
Okay, only good news. There are ways to shave a little off what you pay at the pump here with a few ticks and tricks and tips.
Got it. Yeah, tips, tricks.
Why are we
all the
struggling
hacks.
so hard today? God, hello Wednesday. Vicki Wynn is here. Hi, Vic.
Good morning.
Okay, so a lot of people say like the wholesale clubs,
Yes.
like Costco or something like that. Is that the first place to go?
Absolute truth to that. If you are a member, take advantage of those prices. Patrick DeHaan at Gas Buddy Savannah told us you're going to see savings anywhere from 5 cents to 40 cents, depending on where you live. It's regional. But if you're filling up an SUV every week, that could be hundreds of dollars a year to offset the $65 membership. Walmart Plus, don't sleep on them either. 10 cents off per gallon, and they have 13,000 different gas stations. The other wholesale clubs, BJ's and Sam's Club, of course. Some of the times when you buy things there, they'll give you extra money off of your gas. And then finally, for Amazon Prime members, I did not know this.
Yeah.
They have this whole promotion going on, Fuel Up Fridays, 10 cents off per gallon when you fill up on Friday. But between now and May 29th, they're giving you 20 cents off. This is at BP, Amoco, and participating AM/PM. So take advantage of all of those gas savings because you're paying for these memberships anyway.
So you just have to prove you're a Prime member at those gas stations?
Yeah, you can go on the Amazon app or website, sign up, and then you enter your phone number when you go to those gas stations.
Never heard about that one either. What about folks who have to use, or they're supposed to use premium gas? Like, can you cut a corner there if your car calls for premium? Can you just go with the
Absolutely. If you're concerned about fuel efficiency, Kelley Blue Book says premium gas does not improve your gas efficiency. The only time you should be putting it in is if your car specifically calls for it. Typically, those are higher-end luxury or sports vehicles, and it's a performance issue. But that being said, there is something called top-tier fuel. I didn't know about this. Consumer Reports says this only costs a few pennies more per gallon, and it can be worth it because the top-tier fuel contains detergent and additives that prevents carbon and gunk from filling up your engine, and that allows your car to run more efficiently.
How do you know? So how do you get
There's a little like brand label, and you'll see it at Shell or Phillips 66 or Exxon. Costco has it as well, so it'll say top tier, and then you can consider putting that in.
Vic, true or false, when you get your gas, i.e. like day of the week, does that make a difference price-wise?
Apparently it does, Carson. Gas Buddy did a study back in February and found that Sunday is typically the cheapest day to fill up. Then prices start creeping up between Wednesday to Friday. All bets are sort of off right now, considering the situation and the war with Iran, but typically that is Sunday is the best day. And right now you just want to fill up sooner than later because it seems like literally every day gas prices are going up.
Is there anything you could do to increase efficiency? I remember, like in high school, you'd put like $1 worth of gas. You only had $1, and you'd put that in your tank, and then roll down the windows. No AC.
No AC.
Because we thought that meant it took less gas. Are there like hacks like that?
There's a little bit of a debate on that because when you roll down the windows, you create a little bit of additional drag. So it may be better to keep your AC on in today's newer cars because...
So I was sweating for nothing.
For no reason. For no reason.
But making sure that you are checking your tire pressure first and foremost. It says so right on the inside of your door how inflated your tires should be. If they're underinflated, that creates a ton of drag. Also, driving the speed limit. They say that for every 5 miles you go faster than 50 miles an hour, it's like paying 27 cents a gallon more for your gas.
Really?
So relax on the lead foot. Same thing with starting fast and stopping fast. Just glide to a stop, glide to start your car. That'll help with the fuel efficiency. Also reducing drag, getting all that junk out of your trunk, Craig. That is very important. I had to look right at you.
You've seen my
all the
trunk?
extra things, the golf clubs, anything that you might be carrying around.
That's how I took it.
If the shoe fits or the pants don't,
there you go.
All right.
No roof racks, all of that. That creates drag.
You like to keep your windows down also for the cigarette smoke to get out.
Yeah, that's
right.
true.
Back in the day.
120 in Arizona.
You tell no lies there. Carson, too.
Yep.
Remember those days?
Yeah, I certainly do.
Okay.
I miss those days.
Before we knew better. Dylan, what you got?
I had to keep my windows down because my car was so old I would asphyxiate myself. Just for fresh air. We do have some really chilly temperatures, so if you want to just roll the windows down, forget the AC for a while, this is the place to do it because across parts of the Rockies and through the upper Midwest, we have frost advisories, freeze watches, freeze warnings in effect. Temperatures are just so cold. Casper, Wyoming, 20 degrees. Denver at 30 degrees right now. Minneapolis just barely above freezing. Green Bay is at freezing at 32 degrees. This huge dip in the jet stream just allows all of that cold air to funnel southward. Bismarck, North Dakota, a high of only 51 today. Kansas City, 60, not bad, but that is still about 13 degrees colder than this you would expect this time of year. Denver nearly 30 degrees colder than average, a high of only 39 degrees today. Tomorrow, temperatures moderate a little bit, but we're still running about 10 to 20 degrees below average. Cincinnati only about 63, Syracuse in the 50s. As we go closer to the weekend, though, temperatures will start to warm up a bit. Baltimore gets up to 79 degrees by Sunday. Boston, 69 by Sunday. Raleigh will be back into the 80s by Sunday as well. So some warmer air is coming. In the meantime, though, a lot of the hot temperatures are down south and out west. Temps in the 80s, but we do have a chance of some stronger storms today down through Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama with some damaging winds, and we can't rule out tornadoes either. That's a look at the weather across the country. Now here's a peek out your window. And that's your latest forecast.
All right, if Mr. Roker were here, you know what he'd say? Second best time in the morning.
Well, that's nice of you, Craig. So we'll get right to it. Cue the music. The Stones are back, everybody. Yesterday, legendary musicians Mick Jagger, Ronnie Wood, and Keith Richards sat down with Conan O'Brien right here in New York to unveil their latest project, new album, Foreign Tongues is the name of it. You're hearing some of it right now. The first single's called In the Stars, and on social media, the guys shared a snippet of what it was like getting back in the studio. Take a listen.
I heard your singing yesterday. I thought it was brilliant, darling. I'm just having so much fun with this. Amazing.
I mean, guys, they've been doing it for a long time. And look at them.
I saw them a few years ago.
Look at Keith.
Down in Miami. They still had it.
Oh, they got it, yeah.
My in-laws have seen the Stones a dozen times.
Wow.
Dozen times. My father-in-law actually has a picture of Keith Richards in his house. Not autographed.
That's creepy.
My
Not
father-in-law.
of Keith Richards in his house, in Keith Richards' house.
No, just a big, portrait of Keith Richards.
Well, they'll be happy to know Foreign Tongues is out on July 10th.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Pop Start, the full thing coming up. Morning Boost, courtesy of Miss JBH.
Okay, guys, if y'all are looking to make a few tweaks to live a more joyous life, we've got some advice you need to see right after this.
All right, back 7:49. Boost time, JBH.
Let's boost it. Okay, get ready. One woman is going viral on TikTok for sharing some sage advice on what she calls the most powerful skill you can develop, learning to control your mood. Take a listen to this.
You cannot spend your day reacting to what other people are saying and doing. As a matter of fact, I want you to say this. I am the thermostat, not a thermometer. Thermometers go up and down depending on what's happening in the room. Thermostats set the tone. You are the thermostat for your life. You control your emotions. Stop letting other people control you. You have full control. It's your mindset that's causing you to react to what other people are saying and doing. Let's cut that out and take full control of our lives.
Reach.
Thermostat.
Reach.
I am the
Hard to do that. Hard to do that.
Very hard to do
Also hard to do it here, because if we were the thermostat in this room, we'd be chilly.
Yeah.
We'd be frigid.
I thought the same thing. He's over here fanning himself. I'm like, thermostat, don't trigger Craig.
It's comfortable in here today, though.
Guys, I think it was a metaphor. Let's get back to the point of the boost.
It was a beautiful boost, and you turn it into this commentary.
The
on
boost is about, it's not what happens in your life, it's how you react to it.
Yeah.
That's such good advice for kids.
Great advice.
Yes, it is.
And for adults.
I am the thermostat, not the thermometer.
Maybe we all say it together.
Yes.
Okay.
I am
But
the
you shouldn't control the thermostat.
No.
But you shouldn't control the thermostat.
No.
Coming up, longing for the bear to return. Well, good news, everybody. They dropped a surprise episode. We're going to check it out coming up on Popstart.
And then the star of a murder mystery, really like nothing I've ever seen. It's being hailed already as a delightful family film. Rotten Tomatoes gives it 95. The Sheep Detectives, Hugh Jackman, here live after your local news and weather.
It's 8 o'clock on Today. Coming up, urgent evacuations. Passengers infected with hantavirus finally being removed from that cruise ship this morning after a new warning from health officials over how contagious and deadly this strain can be. We're live with the very latest. Then, frightening moments. 2 hikers injured in a bear attack at a popular trail in Yellowstone. Some areas of the national park closed after the incident. The full story just ahead. And presidential preview. Jenna sits down with former President Obama for a look at his new presidential center.
A space where communities come together to meet, to learn, to work with each other around projects that they care about.
Inside his historic new chapter, a decade in the making. All that plus Hugh Jackman live in Studio 1A.
The best there is of what I do, but what I do is very nice.
The bear whips up a surprise dish.
Gotta tell you, Mike, it's kind of like a little bit of a glass half empty kind of energy you're working with for this mission.
And Ella Langley tops the charts.
She's from Texas, I can tell by the way.
Today, Wednesday, May 6th, 2026.
We've been watching the Today Show for decades. Today is Mom's dream come true. Sending love to our granddaughters.
Hi, Grace and Emma.
From Wisconsin, Ohio, and Tennessee. Visiting from Middletown, California. Topeka, Kansas. Florida, South Carolina. Minnetonka, Minnesota. And Erie, Colorado.
Was a time when I should.
Good morning to our sons in Arizona.
We love you, Andrew, Taylor, and Dylan.
Hi to my sisters, Gail and Pam.
On our Solid Academy Middle School trip from Bristol, Virginia.
Welcome back to Today. Nice to have you along on a Wednesday morning.
Yeah, I'm going to get outside in just a few moments, celebrate with those folks halfway to the weekend. By the way, we are so excited for tomorrow. Allison Felix, the most decorated female track athlete in Olympic history. She's going to join us because the 11-time medalist recently announced she is coming out of retirement. She's setting her sights on LA 2028, what would be her 6th Olympic Games in her hometown as well. So we're going to talk to her about that tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool. I would love to see her back on the track. Meanwhile, busy hour ahead, starting with your news, 8 o'clock. We'll begin with that cruise ship at the center of a deadly hantavirus outbreak. The sick passengers were evacuated just hours ago, but there's new concern that the virus, this strain, is even more dangerous than originally thought. NBC's Camila Bernal joins us with the very latest there. Camila, good morning.
Hey, Savannah, good morning. So the 3 passengers that were taken off the boat are headed to the Netherlands to be treated. But overnight, an additional case was reported of a person that had already gotten off the ship. That's what's raising concerns across the globe. And this as passengers still aboard the ship remain in good spirits and hopeful of a quick return to their home countries.
This morning, an urgent evacuation with 3 people suspected of being infected with hantavirus finally taken off a cruise ship in the Atlantic. Now on the way to get medical care. The World Health Organization announcing there are now 8 cases of the virus stemming from the cluster on board. 3 people have died. The ship now in the waters off Cape Verde, set to head to the Canary Islands next. The Spanish government saying this morning it's estimated to arrive in 3 or 4 days, as global concerns grow about the spread.
Contact tracing is ongoing. Further laboratory testing continues.
Some of the passengers leaving before the outbreak came to light. Authorities in Switzerland this morning revealing an infected man who traveled there from the cruise is now being treated. Hantavirus is a rare but serious infection, generally contracted through contact with rodents. But authorities this morning confirming the ship's passengers were infected by the Andes strain, which can travel person to person and has a fatality rate of over 40%. American passenger Jake Rosemarin, who had released an urgent plea from the ship,
there's a lot of uncertainty, and that's the hardest part.
Now saying despite the circumstances, morale on the ship remains high, and that aside from the sick passengers, everyone else on board is doing well and remains in good spirits.
And this virus can be severe. Doctors say you can be infected and not have any symptoms for weeks. But as for that specific strain, experts also say that despite its high fatality rate, its spread among people is relatively rare because it requires close contact, like sharing a bed or food. Savannah.
All right, Camila, thank you very much.
The results are in from those two closely watched primary races in the Midwest. And it was a good night for President Trump and the candidates he backed. NBC's Shaquille Brewster joins us now from Griffith, Indiana, with a look at what it could mean for November's all-important midterm elections as well. Shaquille, good morning.
Hi there, Craig. Well, President Trump got his way here in deep red Indiana, where at least 5 of the 7 state Republican senators he targeted lost their bids for re-election overnight. These are races that normally would not get this level of attention, but President Trump slamming these lawmakers after they voted against his call to change the state's congressional maps. It's a move that would have created 2 additional GOP-friendly seats in this November's midterm elections. Meanwhile, in Ohio, some key races are now officially set. For governor, Democrat Amy Acton will take on Trump ally Vivek Ramaswamy. And then in a battle that could determine control of the U.S. Senate, GOP incumbent John Husted will face former Democratic Senator Sherrod Brown. But back here in Indiana, at least one of those state Republicans who were targeted with a primary challenge did survive his re-election battle, while another race is still too close to call. Look at District 23. You see the incumbent senator there hanging on by just 3 votes. Craig, yet another reminder that especially in these local elections, every vote matters. Craig?
Indeed. All right, Shaquille Brewster there in Indiana. Thank you, Shaq.
Now to a terrifying bear attack in Yellowstone National Park. 2 hikers were mauled this week in a popular tourist area near Old Faithful, the Geyser. Park officials say 1 or more bears were involved. Emergency services swooped in. The hikers were hoisted to safety. Family members say the victims are still in the hospital, but they are recovering.
The FDA announced yesterday the first authorization of fruit-flavored e-cigarettes. It's a major policy shift that comes after months of appeals to President Trump from the vaping industry. The decision is certain to be opposed by health groups and parent organizations that have long pointed to flavors as the drivers behind underage vaping. The shift also comes as teenage vaping rates have dropped to a 10-year low, and manufacturers have pushed the administration to loosen restrictions. And we are back, coming up on 8/11 now, back with a special look inside former President Obama's Presidential Center ahead of next month's grand opening.
Yeah, he's been working on this project for a decade. And Jenna, who's always sitting down with presidents and queens and such, you heard all about it.
Yes, I did. I was honored to recently interview all the former presidents ahead of our country's 250th anniversary. While there, I also got a chance to hear more about a historic new chapter for President Obama. We also got an exclusive sneak peek of him touring with staff and members of the community while having some fun along the way.
At this defining moment, change has come to America. The single most powerful word in our democracy is the word we.
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
A presidential library is meant to serve as a window to the past. But for former President Barack Obama, that was never the whole plan.
I know that it's, of course, a place for history, but more than that, I've read that you want it to be a place for community.
Well, that's how we've conceived it. This campus is going to be 19 acres, and there will be a museum there that records the presidency and has some of Michelle's dresses, which will be no doubt the most popular exhibit there. But that's really just one part of it.
Rather than simply paying tribute to his historic 2 terms, President Obama envisions the center will also shape our collective future.
The goal for me has been to create something that's a living monument, not to me, but to this idea of American citizenship. And if we can encourage that, then I'll feel pretty good, and I think people will really enjoy being there. We've got a campus that's designed to model a space where communities come together to meet, to learn, to work with each other around projects that they care about.
President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama chose to build the center on Chicago's South Side, where they both began their lives in public service. That dedication to giving back, as strong as ever on the brand new campus.
We've got a Chicago Public Library on site that's an actual library, not just some academic library. We've got community spaces for people to meet, recording studios for young people to come and talk about their lives and create art and music that can be inspiring.
The Obama's greatest hope was to create a place to educate the next generation and inspire a sense of belonging.
We've got that playground for kids to play in.
Hey! That was fantastic.
And a community garden following up on what Michelle did. And a basketball court and a gym, because I think sports are central to who we are. And an auditorium where public speakers will come in. And young people who are bringing about change in their communities can come together and convene and learn and practice civic leadership.
A lover of architecture, President Obama was deeply involved in the design process. And dozens of artists have contributed to every corner of the property.
We also have a whole bunch of amazing public art that is rare to see outside of some of the fancy museums downtown.
But perhaps the most personal feature is what's tucked away for children, a water terrace named in his mother's honor.
It's a fountain that's designed where kids can run in and out of the fountain and play in it and splash in it, and she loved kids.
Ann Dunham was a scholar with big dreams. Even as a young mom, she never gave up on herself, working for decades to complete a doctorate and champion global causes. Her determination and heart not lost on the little boy she helped raise.
When you sit there, what do you reflect on?
You know, my mom didn't live to see me as president, but she was reflected in everything I did as president, because she was a kind person, somebody who believed in doing things for other folks and not just thinking for yourself. A lot of those values of respecting people, regardless of their backgrounds, and listening to them and learning from them, I learned from her.
A legacy of steadfast hope and humanity.
They did a good job. Looks like it's supposed to.
Carried on through her son.
Well, I'm looking forward at some point to being able to sit there, maybe not right during the opening because it'll be really packed, but maybe 20 years from now where people won't know, and I can kind of sneak over there and just sit there and watch some kids running through some water on a nice summer day, and I know that would make her happy.
It's pretty cool how, you know, so much is personal. I know Mrs. Obama wanted to put in a sledding hill because they grew up in Chicago and always wished there was a sledding hill nearby, and now there will be. They want it to be, you know, a place where kids come, where families come, and on June 18th, when it opens, it'll be a rare moment where all the presidents come back together, the former presidents come back together.
And you'll be there.
Cool.
I won't be there.
It's going to be
No,
cool.
I won't
No
be
more,
there.
no
Is that the
follow-up
one
chats?
where your dad's bringing a case of Altoids?
My dad said he's ordered a case of Altoids, and he will be bringing that to Mrs. Obama.
I love the
After their famous moment, not because she needs a case of Altoids.
No.
They had that cute.
No, he sits next to her at the events, like funerals, and this will be a happier occasion.
America has come to really enjoy that dynamic between the two.
So he said he's purchased some Altoids.
Good. I love the location, by the way, of the presidential center. That 19.5 acres. It's going to revitalize a part of Chicago that desperately needs revitalization.
Yeah.
So.
Well,
how does it work once it's open? I mean, it's just free and people go in there and use the gym and play hoops and kids play in the playground?
I'm sure they're going to have partnerships with some, with nonprofits and things like that because every single one operates differently. They're museums, they're testaments to history, but I think they really wanted this to be a community center as
The
well.
playground's going to be open to the public.
Yeah.
Free and open to the public. Folks can just come and hang out.
Awesome.
Awesome. By the way, you guys can find more on the Obama Presidential Center on our website, today.com.
Well, by the way, I feel like we should mention our golf yesterday because Dylan and I played golf together yesterday. We've been talking about it forever.
I know, at Shinnecock Hills.
And we got to play Shinnecock Hills, which is significant because that's where the U.S. Open men's golf major is going to be in June. We have the coverage on NBC Sports and Peacock, but they had Media Day, and you played so well.
Well, thank you.
You were crushing that driver.
Carson's saying that I had some good shots. Yeah. But you're like consistently good the whole time.
Well, that's not true. It was blowing out there. We had a great day though.
It was so great with Boomer Esiason, president of the USGA.
Wow.
Yeah, it's going to be a great major to watch.
For the rest of us, it was just Tuesday.
It was a really fun day.
But take your presidents and raise you a golf major. Anyway, let's get to Pop Star, guys. Anthony Bourdain will kick things off. The first trailer is dropped for the biopic about the famous late foodie with the Holdovers actor Dominic Sessa stepping in to take on the role. Sessa stars as Bourdain at 19 years old when he stumbles into the chaotic world of a restaurant kitchen alongside Antonio Banderas, Leah Woodall, and Amelia Jones. Here's a peek.
I need a job. You worked in a kitchen before? Sorry. Yeah.
We open Wednesday to Sunday. Start 11 a.m. What time is it? That means that you are here at 10:45. 11 is late. Anyone late is fired.
You know I can cook, too.
The kid said he's a cook, chef.
I'm actually not a cook. I'm a writer, but I said I know how to cook.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't understand that. Shut the
I see. None of that was my...
I don't care, Tony.
This is going to be good. Well, I can't wait to see this. A24 is doing that. That's Tony. Hits theaters in August. Yeah, looking forward to that. Next up, The Bear. It's back. Well, kind of. Yesterday, FX and Hulu, dropped a surprise prequel episode to the series. It centered on Richie and Mikey, and the 60-minute special set a few years before the opening of the Bear restaurant while the cousins traveled to Gary, Indiana for a work trip.
What kind of restaurant?
Similar to this.
Okay.
Similar to this family spot. I do some cooking from time to time. Yeah.
What do you do?
What do I do at the restaurant? Yeah. What do you do? I guess I'm like, I don't know how you say it, like kind of a bit of a song and dance man.
There you go.
There you go. I don't know, public relations, forward-facing,
Can't wait to see that. The special episode is called Gary, and it'll get you all fired up for The Bear, and it's streaming now. We should see the rest of the cast back when the series returns for a 5th season. That'll happen later this year. All right, we'll move on to John Travolta. We got a Pop Star exclusive sneak peek at the Golden Globe and Emmy winner's next project, and it's a family affair. He's made a movie with his daughter, Ella Blue. It's called Propeller, One-Way Night Coach. John wrote, directed, narrates, and produced the project about a young airplane enthusiast, big trip in the skies, and here's that peek.
Here I am on this plane going through one of the farthest trips the airline offers.
Propeller One-Way Night Coach stops at Pittsburgh, Chicago, Kansas City, Denver, and Los Angeles.
I never thought things could get better. The sun was shining, and I was eating a hot dog at 600 miles an hour.
Lunch is ready. Chicken cordon bleu. Mom, I don't really like this. Could I have another hot dog? Wow.
That looks good already.
Yeah, that's cute.
That sucked me right into that. Propeller premieres on Apple TV May 29th following its world premiere at the Cannes Film Festival. And in just a few weeks, we're excited because we're going to be sitting down with John and Ella live in our Studio One Day. So we move on now to the summer. I turned pretty. Guys, the weather is warming up, and that means fans are gearing up to become obsessed with this couple once again.
Say that again.
I need you.
I don't want you to need me. I want you to want me.
I do want you.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, just like Ross and Rachel or Luke and Laura back in the day.
Yeah.
Last year, the world was obsessed with the beloved TV couple, Belly and Conrad. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now they're getting ready to return to the beach. Oh my gosh, for a movie sequel. Social media has been flooded.
The summer I remained pretty.
With eagle-eyed.
Summer I turned ugly.
Right. The summer I gained a few. Snapping pics to the set, leading to the production, putting out this clear message yesterday. It simply reads, "Privacy, please." The official account adding in the caption, "We love the excitement, but sharing locations and visiting sets disrupts filming, so don't do that."
I get that.
All right, Savannah, next up, Ella Langley, your fave. This track is taking up the top spots across Billboard's charts.
It doesn't take a crystal ball to see. A cowboy always finds a way to leave. Drinking Jack all by myself. He's choosing Texas, I can tell.
Yeah. All right, there it is. Ella's massive hit. What a song for her, man. Choosing Texas.
Yes.
Thanks to that song, she's now holding all 3 spots on Billboard's. It's the Hot Country Songs chart, making her the only the second woman to hit the major milestone. Beyonce accomplished it with Cowboy Carter. And it's not just a country hit. Choosing Texas is also #1 on the all-genre Hot 100. I mean, the thing has crossed over. It's on every list. It's
Like
#1.
it.
What a hit
The
song.
Weren't for the Wind is the best song on
That's
the whole
another
record.
great
Is that the song you and JBH were just singing?
No, that's a different one.
That was a
No,
different-
let's not encourage that.
You don't
do that later.
We won't do it.
The great Hugh
Yeah.
Jackman is in the building. Let's not cut from this
Okay.
interview time, guys. I got to wrap this up.
So you didn't like our
If
rendition?
you take a peek inside, well, no chairs turned. Let's put it that way. If you take,
Harsh.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
Brand new issue of the Hollywood Reporter flipped to New York's 50 most powerful people in media. I think you'll recognize that desk right there. Look, we were among, very honorably so, the most influential
This
folks
person you're not
in
even
the
paying
industry.
attention.
That's
How about that?
par for the course.
Guys,
He's so powerful.
that's
He's
the
got things
power
to
of
do.
AI. I was on Perplexity, probably, figuring it out.
That was a nice picture, though.
All right, that's
Okay,
it.
so you collectively are the powerful people? Well, so
We.
the desk.
We.
Oh,
That
we.
was our show.
Got it.
75 years.
You too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And welcome back. So, what if we told you a new movie's coming out that's described as Babe meets Knives Out? What if we also told you that the cast was overflowing with award-winning stars like Hugh Jackman, Emma Thompson, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Bryan Cranston? Well, that is exactly what we are getting with this week's release of The Sheep Detectives. Hugh Jackman plays a shepherd whose flock must solve his untimely demise, and luckily, he's reading them murder mystery novels.
I like to pretend that they follow along with the story, but I know in my heart that as special as they are, they're still sheep. I'll read the ending tomorrow. Why would he stop there?
He was just about to say who the killer was.
And it just gets better. Hugh Jackman, welcome back.
Thanks, man. It's good to see you.
Hey, Hugh, I was just telling you, a couple weeks ago, a producer comes to me and he's like, "Hey, you got to interview Hugh Jackman about his new film." I'm like, "Oh God, of course, Hugh Jackman, Wolverine." And he's like, "It's Hugh and sheep." And I said, I was like, I thought things were going well for Hugh Jackman. His career really seemed to be on the upswing. When you saw the script, did you think, oh, Hollywood's they've gone off the deep end now?
Well, before I read the script, Eric, who filmed my friend, rang me and said, "Dude, I got the craziest thing.
Yeah.
It's out of the box. It is Babe meets Knives Out. It's written by Craig Mazin. Now, Craig is one of the best in the business, but he's known for The Last of Us, Chernobyl."
Right.
People have forgotten he did the Hangover movies, and I was 25 pages in, and I was like, I'm in. It was a perfect script.
And what do you think it is about this particular film? We don't want to give away too much, but what do you think it is about this film that's going to resonate with so many people?
Well, I think the movie itself is funny. It is touching. It is smart. It's a murder mystery.
Yeah.
It really plays for everyone. Like, you like it. I think your kids will like it. It doesn't matter how old you are. But ultimately, I think the movie really gets your heart. It like creeps up on you, surprises you. Did you get a little
There were
misty?
a couple of times. No, I'll be honest with you. There were a couple of times because it looks at family dynamics. It's a film about belonging. It's
a film about growing up in a way. And, a couple of people have come up to me and said, "Oh, this is great. It gives me a language to talk to my kids about some things that are not always easy." So I think Craig has done an amazing job, the director Kyle, and this cast. Well, the cast signed on because it was just a perfect script.
What about about the sheep? Did you interact with any lots of real sheep? Or
there were a couple of real sheep. We had lambs in rehearsal. They were so cute, but on set, because obviously the sheep talk, so they are CGI. We tried to find them.
Yeah.
Not easy in England. Other places, no problem. In Australia, no problem.
Right.
But I actually had Thomas and a group of puppeteers who were literally, there were sheep that looked completely real talking to me, and there was no acting required. I since found out some of the other actors actually had tennis balls, which makes me think the producers didn't trust my acting that much. But it was amazing. All these puppeteers who worked on Warhorse, if you saw that on stage, they just brought these sheep to life. So it was easy.
You've had a busy few days, and in addition to this premiere that's coming up, I saw a snippet. I'm going to play it for our audience. I saw a snippet of a commencement address that you gave on Saturday. This is at Ball State University. Here's part of what you said.
Our minds, our brains, they want to plan. They have all sorts of good reasons to follow a path because it makes sense. But if we're listening, if we open our hearts, that voice inside is trying to show us something a little more magical.
What did you want that audience to take away from Hugh Jackman's commencement address?
To throw away perfect. It's okay not to know, that I still don't know almost every day. But there is a little voice, sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's soft, often it's soft, but that voice inside is guiding us. And if you follow that and it feels right to you in your gut, a little more of this, a little less of this, just balance it out, then it'll all work out.
So that was Saturday, and then a couple days later, got a picture of you hanging out, just a regular old Monday night at the Met Gala. There you are with Sutton on the red carpet. How was the gala?
It's always fantastic. Yeah. You know, it's so the best people watching you will ever find, and you also, as soon as you go through the steps at the beginning, you actually get to go through the exhibit, which I highly recommend. I know hundreds of thousands of people go to see that exhibit at the Met. It's incredible. And then you sit down. I was with Anna Wintour, who does an incredible job, and amazing people, sitting next to my friend Nicole, and
Nicole?
Then Kidman. Come on, man.
Well, listen,
this is a first name room.
I do, clearly.
All right.
So you said Nicole. I was like,
I mean, I said, hi, I'm Hugh Jackman, but everyone else was just one.
I'm sure.
Just one name. And then Sabrina Carpenter gets up and sings, and Stevie Nicks comes out. Dude, Stevie Nicks came out and sang, and I was I'm going to do some more name dropping, but there was Beyonce and Rihanna, and I look over, and Beyonce was like just hitting her daughter who was there and just had tears in her eyes, and I was like, that moment right there, that is priceless.
God. By the way, that's a heck of a room, by the way.
Right.
But they were all like, oh, look, there's Hugh Jackman.
No, they weren't.
Hey, I wanted to give you something. Every time you're here, I compliment you on your high fashion. That's a beautiful sport coat.
Thank you, man.
I wanted to give you something that would honor your new film, but also sort of pay tribute to the role that I kind of came to know Hugh Jackman for, Wolverine. Okay. There you are.
Come on now.
It's Wolverine. Nod to the Sheep Detectives, and we'll just marry the two for you.
Always be selling. This has got my whole career. I'm going to sleep in this. I'm walking down the street in this with the claws and a sheep beside me on a leash. It's going to be great.
Congratulations.
That's so good. That's so thoughtful.
Next time you come, we'll talk about you're starting to play on Friday. We'll talk about that next time.
Good on you, man.
Hugh Jackman, always a treat. He is going to be back with Jenna and Chanel. And The Sheep Detectives, it hits theaters on Friday. Mr. Daly.
Well, I'm glad Hugh said it's okay not to know, because when that came out, I just thought it said Wolverine. Guys, a tiny but mighty stain eraser, multitasking beauty products. Adriana Brock is about to share some items our Shop Today team always has on hand, and soon they'll be permanent features in your bag. But first, this is Today on NBC. All right, welcome back. Before you head out the door, we're sharing some under-the-radar essentials that our Shop Today team can't leave the house without. Executive editor Adriana Brock is here with that list. And remember, you can grab these items by pulling out your phone right now. Little QR code there on the screen. Grab it, takes you right to the purchase. Adriana, you said it. This is like, people love those little videos, like, what's in your bag? What's in your bag?
Yeah.
Usually for celebrities. This is a list of 6 items that you like to have in your bag.
I always have these in my bag. Our team at Shop Today has these in their bag, and this first one is one of my favorites. because life happens outside of the house.
Yep.
Coffee spills, you're spilling wine at dinner, the kids with the messy hands, and you have stains on your clothes.
Yes.
And you don't want to think about doing laundry. So this pen from Miss Mouth is one of our favorites. We've been using it at Shop Today for years and years. It works instantly on the spot, no pun intended, but it really gets the job done without bleach or any harsh chemicals. So it's going to be gentle on your clothes, and it works on a ton of different things that you may get stained on your T-shirts. And
like you said, all these items should be good multitasking items. They do multiple things because they're occupying space on your body, basically, in your bag.
Exactly.
This works not even just addressed in your car. You ever like a spill in your car?
Exactly. You get it. You get it. You understood the assignment. Keep one at your desk, your car, and your purse.
Perfect.
All the places.
Yep. What's next?
Okay, this next one is a personal fan. This is a Shop Today award winner for Travel Awards. It's a travel 3-in-1. So this is a personal fan because it gets hot, you know, so you may want it in your car, what have you. It also turns into a flashlight in a pinch.
Oh, nice.
Which, you always need some extra light in low light settings. And then it also triples as a power bank for your phone. So you could charge your phone on it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And so I love it because this replaces
How
the
much?
need.
Less than 20 bucks.
This is less
Great
than
idea.
$20, a bunch of different colors. It comes with a little wristlet. It's so small, and it replaces the need for 3 different items.
Love it. Okay.
So everybody needs this in their bag.
3-in-1 there. How about this
Okay.
little bag? This is like a little med kit of sorts?
This is a first aid kit. So
Beautiful.
first aid kits are one of those things you hope you never have to use, but when you need it, you're so glad you have one. And this one I really like because it comes in a little booklet format, so you
I
see
love
everything
this.
you have. So most first aid kits just jam a bunch of stuff in.
Yep.
This is nice and organized. It comes with all the essentials, over around 30 pieces
I love there's
in
lip
here.
balm in there, so
Lip balm,
stuff that you're gonna need.
ointment,
Yeah.
everything happens, and it comes in this little pouch
Anti-itch
that's really
cream.
small.
Great.
It's water resistant. It has a carabiner. It's TSA
I
friendly.
have one of these, and it's this big, and it's got all sorts of stuff that I never really
Yes,
need.
we need to replace it and upgrade it with this one. I also really like the kids one. It's tiny and it has just
great.
as much stuff in it.
All right, 25 bucks. Hit the QR code. Pick up a
Yeah.
couple of those. We got about a minute and a half left.
Okay.
What do we got?
This is the Laneige blurring powder. So when your
Okay.
skin gets a little bit oily during those hot months, or
Sure.
your makeup starts melting, this is a colorless, lightweight blurring powder. So you just dab some on your face.
And it just
Alexa,
takes some of that
yeah,
shine off.
Alexa, she is an amazing producer. She doubles as a spin instructor at Spin City out on Long Island.
beautiful. Look at that.
She goes from the bike to the studio, and look at her skin.
Right.
Flawless.
And she looks great before, but you can see how it just dulls that down a little bit.
Exactly.
Doesn't
And
make
then
it look like you were jogging.
Exactly. So this is another beauty product we
Okay.
really like. It's a 3-in-1. So it's tiny, it's $6, and you could use it on your cheeks, your eyes, and your lips to kind of give you a glow up in 10 seconds. I use it. I use the color Sparkling Rose, and you could see how quickly I can go from, I just have tinted moisturizer and a little bit of mascara, and I kind of do a full face of makeup without
$6,
needing a
You've
ton
got a
of
little
things.
clutch. You put it in there, and it does wonders.
Exactly. It does everything.
Great. Hit that
Does
QR
everything.
code, guys. Come on, $6. Pick up one of those things.
Okay.
Last one.
Last but not least, this is from Madison Reed. This is the gray eraser. I have those rogue grays that pop up, and I
Okay.
dye my hair, so the roots come
for the
in.
hair.
I really like this because it's a tinted gel, basically.
Oh, I
Remember
do.
gel
Good
back
on
in the
mine. I've got
day?
gray everywhere.
Okay, we'll hook you up. Oh, this is dark brown. My shade
don't
is dark
care.
brown, but we'll hook you up. There's a
So you can
black
just
one.
hit some of the little gray
You
spots.
literally hit the gray spots. Really nice and easy to use. You can also use it on your eyebrows,
Oh, I
too.
love that.
And the gel's kind of nice because it keeps everything nice and in
I'm
place.
going to get one for Blake Shelton. He can
There
just
you
dump
go.
the whole thing on his head.
Hold on. We gotta touch this up.
that's all
Okay.
right.
We got you.
We get
We
it.
got you, Carson.
It's in my bag.
Looks
Adriana.
great.
It's in the bag.
It's like you
Look at
can't
that.
even
Perfect.
see the grays.
Look at that.
Total eraser.
Looks like the old MTV days, all over, just like that.
There you go. Look
All
at you. All you're missing is the black nail
All right.
polish.
All right, I'm going to play a Limp Bizkit video now here at number 5. Enjoy it. Adriana, thank you. We got to run.
Thank you.
Check out the shop list. Just scan our QR code. Of course, you can always head to today.com/shop. And coming up next, we've brought the best of Broadway to our plaza. We did it yesterday. We're doing it all week. Fresh off 8 Tony nominations, the stars of Two Strangers are here for a live performance. We'll get to that. But first, this is Today on NBC.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.